I mean, it is difficult trying to go live here on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. Anyways, here's what's going on. Basically, I don't know why this ain't full screen, but that's okay. I guess that's fine like that. And this side right here, okay, so there's a little less lag on the left side. But anyways, we can get a little closer in here. We don't need to see my knee. In fact, we can get about yay close. And so we're still live, yay. Alright, so this is what we're doing here. We're going to take this design here and turn it into something a little bit skinnier than this out of the top of this, and make this shorter, so about that big. These are smaller, and this is what they basically look like on the inside. So this one has holes, this one is just literally the scraps of just getting the sheets, and I put it together with a ring so that it has a, and I usually do the little fin on the bottom like such, basically, something like that. But kind of would like to do this a little bit better. Anyways, whatever. I mean, if I can. If I press that button, does it go full screener? Well, either way. We'll just leave it alone. For now. I guess we'll do a wide screen and no face. So anyways, the long story short is I've got this one here, and this one here. This one's got little cuts on the sides. This one's got a hole in the middle already. I don't know. All over the damn place. But I'm going to use these little nips here to cut that one and make the nice little hole. And I'm going to use the scissors to cut, and the little razor blade to cut this real nice and neat. And the nips on the top. And then possibly cut it down to there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how this feels at the end when I'm done. But yeah. I guess we can start with cutting this hole. I guess we'll zoom in on this one over here. Whatever. It works for me. It has the AOAdragon.com on the top and everything. That's nice. So as you can see, I got these nice little spiral of a whole shitload of cuts here. So I'm going to do that as fast as I can. Oh yeah, and I was going to light those. It is currently 65 degrees, so the temperature is dropping as we speak. So now I've got the little ring here. Oh, we're still live. That's a good sign. If I don't mess around with too much stuff, that seems to work a little better. I may be asking a little too much here. I think I can. It's just that this metal is a wee thicker than the sides. So, well, I'm just going to go for the next one. Nice delicate touch. I mean, I may want to go one more nip. But yeah, I guess it's easier than going straight across all the time like I usually do. Since I already drew the lines nicely. It's just a nice little nip there. Nip there. And I'm not sure what I want to do with the sides afterwards, but this is on the list of things. I do not have storage space on my phone. I don't feel like editing later. I could simply just point the damn two cameras and whatnot. Third camera would be nice, but it doesn't want to let me do it right now, so screw it. I'm just going to cut along these lines to the edge of the ring and call it a frickin' moment. So like I said, I'm going to make a skinnier version of the internal tube so that all this will be chambered, and there will be a couple holes inside of that one too, possibly, I think. But basically a much fancier version than just cutting the top off the can. Still going to do that though, because then this is going to have to fit nicely. That's why I left this one with the holes. It's not that I'm actually all over the place, which I am, but that's not the only thing. This one's still virgin territory. I kind of have a feeling like that's going to work for test fitting. And then there's all these nice little holes I haven't even done anything with yet. And I'm not even sure what I want to do with this now that it's curling up all nice like that. I might just leave it for a minute there, but probably not. Probably gonna plier it off more into a different position, or maybe cut it off. I don't know yet. Depends how this ends up looking at the end. So far, so good, and I'm still alive. Cool. Well, I mean, this is the main thing, and everything else was just a little fluff, but previous videos of live, 15 seconds of me making a frickin' explosion, somewhat accidentally, somewhat unexpected, but kind of sort of. We're dealing with alcohol, isopropyl alcohol 91%, and we're vaporizing the crap out of it as best we can, as quickly as possible, then things like that happen. So, I'm not going to do that right now. I already got it on camera at least, so that's kind of cool. A couple videos back. Alright, just a little more, just a little more. Ooh, let's make your hands sore, but give you some kung fu grip at the end of the day. Tell you what. I used to surf and actually bodyboarding. You grab that board real tight, make dents in that thing, kind of permanent. Alright, so I've got my pretty little hole. I was going to bend them inwards and hide them, but then now they're looking at them, I'm like, oh man, they're all facing this way. Hey, what do you know, we're still alive. 7 minutes in. Okay, so somewhere in the neighborhood of, we're dropping a degree a little bit here, but not too bad. I kind of don't know if I wanted to put these inwards, because they look kind of, oh well, we'll see. I guess I'll just do this for now. I kind of want it to look a little better than that, but I need it to bend all the way, if anything, so I need the whole space that's in this 1-inch hole. I mean, kind of. So, this wasn't exactly a part of the plan, but let's see how good I can work with that. Go, Mr. Frickin' Kung Fu Grip. Bend that metal. Look at that. Bending that metal, boy. I have strong fingers. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I'm lazy. This is the lazy way. Oh my. Some of these are going to be a little more difficult than others, but that's okay. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing just yet. I'm kind of just going with it. Pull out the little baby pliers and pull on it. Give it a little tug here and there. In the way of my Gundam mask. Cool. We're not on that part yet. Well, anyways, I don't want to get too freaking into this, but I do want it to bend a little more where I started at, so. And a little more straight so it becomes more of a proper circle. So I got it pretty good on the other side from just using the top side. Alright, we'll just do that for now, since it's there and it's not going anywhere just yet. Always cut it off later. Just want it all the way to the edge, and this pliers is just the right size to do all of that. Nice and neat. Hey, it's still alive. Cool. I had to restart my phone, clear all the caches as possible, and here we are, making progress now. And this is what I'm mostly all about right here. Just kind of getting it nice and straight and all that nice little angle. See, the thing about doing this and trying to edit it, that's a lot of work. I do want like little snippets here and there, which I'll come back to the video camera usually, and grab it off the SD card, just that little moment, press record real quick, and be done with it. Use it for a little short of just the good part, like 9 seconds of hand cannon. well, I call it a dragon hand cannon. I don't know, dragon beer can hand cannon. It's like you just take a beer can. Let me exemplify here real quick. I'll take a moment so we can break up the monotony. This is what it looks. The dragon beer can hand cannon. That's a lot of freaking. Okay, we gotta like eliminate some of the cannons. So we got the up arrows here for a reason. So that means the top part like this, basically. Let me exemplify with a used bullet. This part like this, side up. Okay, and basically, as far as it goes, this one didn't work out, but any beer can fits perfectly into this dog food can. And so basically, with this part being up, you can put a little alcohol at this angle, just like this. And let's say a real good example would be, let's say a small water bottle cap full. Just be like, oh, bloop. Just enough to get a little liquid in there. You don't need a lot. And then bloop. You go like this. So all the alcohol is still inside the can, this can only. And you light over here. You hear a little sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Yeah, 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds. You'll hear sizzle, 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 sizzle real quick. And then that means all of the gases are going to go sizzle, sizzle here from the liquid of alcohol into the canister back here. At which point in time you have a tiny bit of lip here that's uneven. Again, this side up. And as soon as that's point, you can basically go boom. But mostly the gases are going to rise, so you don't have to worry too much at this point when it's angled down. At that point, you go like this, the gases are right there available, and poof! Big old nice explosion, reasonably safe. Add a little more cans to it to add padding, but this is what it looks like after it got shot. Well, actually it looked worse. I brought it back to shape, but this is a great example of it was pretty cool. I mean, it was cool. This will probably tear a hole in a person. Not gonna lie. Sorry, kids. Again, do not try this stuff at home necessarily. Back to what I was doing. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, we don't need my face. I think that was just asking too much for the phone to handle. But I really got this pretty on point with the circle on the inside drawing and the circle on the outside drawing. Well, Edgar will probably be here in a little bit to play horses. Probably bring me another beer while he's at it, I'm sure. That's nice. I mean, I can go either way. I really like my lemonade, for instance. And I do want a nice, as close to a circle as possible. That's why I made so many cuts. Like I said, I ain't got time to be doing the whole thing on video and then edit the whole thing. Nope, just go live. 2 cameras, not bad. 2 different angles, one zoomed in at least. One with the whole scenery here. Gundam mask, badass in the background. I like to call it 1/18 scale. You can call it whatever you want. Human size scale, same difference, give or take in the neighborhood of whatever you want it to be. And right now I want this hole to be a perfect circle as possible. Luckily I'm really good at bending metal, baby. Oh, too far. Well, that one's starting to tear. That's okay. Well, we don't need all of them. Probably gonna cut them off at the end. But I do want them to be at least perfectly able to accept my center core. So basically, that dude Cap, I'm gonna just mention him briefly. He recently came across his video, and he has a really nice stove core with a wire mesh as a wick even. All right, we'll deal with that little piece in a little bit. Well, that's a pretty good zoomed in, I think. Alright, so we're going to make something like this out of this. Next step. Now you get to be in the front, kid. So one thing is, we're going to do this afterwards, I think. No, I guess I got to do that anyways. So this is kind of neat. I guess I'll do this angle. I mean, there's no purpose for me trying to cut in the middle and be fancy. It comes out really ugly, but it'll be covered, but then this gives me more ability to put this cover on top of this or something like that. I don't know. I haven't figured it out just yet. No, actually, that's not how that's working. Well, it'll be nicer with this without this whole rim. I'll just have to figure that out after. It's not crucial, because it's kind of like that's going on top no matter what. Well, not really. That's going on top of here. I forgot. So, yeah, this is just going to be something kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. I just know that this is going to be too in the way for what I'm doing. That's why. So, like I said, let's get a nice close-up here a little bit. Catch up, little camera, catch up. Network is not stable. Oh no. Switching to lower quality now. Now, usually I start over there, but I'm going to do this right here. Nippers, don't fail me now. I like to just get it nice and right up to the edge a little bit. And the fun part is you don't have to do the whole thing. Then you can just trim it real clean afterwards. And if you're good, you can get this thing to slide off real straight even at the end. I'm getting better. Sometimes that's enough to just, I did it a little deep there. Either way, like I said, usually I can just shortcut it and then deal with the excess. So that goes into the pile. I got a trash box over yonder. And then we got this piece. And then I guess I kind of want to make it a little bit more uniform anyway. So for now I'm just going to nip off the bare minimum, but I might go down to this lines I drew over here. Not sure yet. Then again, I was going to start with over here anyway, so while it's still in one piece, I guess. Kind of want to take it down to that first line more. You know what? Screw it. I don't need to do even that yet. Why am I jumping ahead of myself so far? I want to take it to the house. Draw a straight line. Well, I was going to pull out my little blade, but I guess I don't need to for my purposes. So I'm trying to, the whole goal here is to take one can and make a stove about 1.5 inches shorter than that one. Just about this height. And I think I got a little piece of aluminum stuck in. And then basically, but use this, and then you know, that piece over there from another bottom. That will fit very perfectly. Alright, let's see if I can get that perfectly without. So I used a coffee mug at about 4 inches on this particular 25-ounce can. I don't even know exactly where I'm going to go with this yet. I kind of do. Like, I know I'm going to roll it up real extra tight and make it thicker as such. And I do want this bottom part to be nice too still yet, but this line is fighting me. I guess I have to go at an angle so that it doesn't fight so hard. Still fighting me. Smaller bites, gonna make rougher frickin'. But I do want to follow the line, I don't want to mess it up. I guess if I hold it nicely like that, that'll help. Then I still got it fighting me over there. Screw it, I guess we're doing this. I hate doing it that way. fighting me too hard, and I keep wanting to keep its composure. But we can afford a little bit of went off the line, for instance. Yeah, we went off the line somewhere around there. I don't know. Who cares? Wherever it connects, it connects. Well, this I'm gonna have to do something about either way. Kids, ask your mom's permission to use the scissors properly. I'm just eyeballing this. I don't really super care. It'll be close enough. Well, that's pretty not bad. That's looking okay. Alright, so now we're gonna basically make that go into there at some point in a little bit. And that's gonna be about that much, well, a little smaller. It's almost the same size, but the flame will be in the middle. I don't know. I'm debating about putting extra holes and stuff. This still looks like it might be a little bit, only half an inch shorter really. But then this part's going to be all the way in, so it's, you know, it's technically going to be, oh crap, that fell in. Well, now I guess I get to test fit this piece. How does this little cutting everything all over the place work out? I don't know. That seems like it's a little too close to call. Well, it'll work better when I put the damn middle in. Let's make the middle! Yay! Still alive! Yay! Oh, I still gotta trim the top. Hey, we're on 20 minutes. Cool. Oh, nice. Now, normally I would like to maybe make some holes first, but the problem is with that, again, getting ahead of myself, is the part where I guess I'm just going to use that line. All by feeling. Thing is, I'm going to make the holes through multiple layers, so I might as well roll the thing up first. Secure it. Alright, so I got that red line to follow. And I got kind of a hard edge here. Now, I've read somebody's comment once upon a time on another video, of course. I'm not that popular to get that many comments as such on these, but my point is that I'll just do it live. But anyway, this guy was like, you think you can do it, and then you try to do it, and you're like, uh-oh. Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's sort of like, again, misleading concept of, in the title it says, do it yourself, and you think you can do it, but, so this bottom part doesn't matter so much. What matters is this. Oh, time to turn my fridge to 40. The sun was not out that much today, so that sucks. But yeah, this is going to be a little smokestack here. And then we're going to make little vortex flames. Okay, so that's a little bit not there yet. Well, this is coming along nicely, I must say. I'd like to think the video... Well, I guess I should cut some of that smudge off. Well, if you need a spring, that works too. Let's cut off some of that smidge. We don't need all of that smidge. Alright, let's see how straight I can cut now from this side. Let's see if I can follow that little red line. Yeah, right. do kind of want it straight though. Just because I like things straight. I also like them a little smoother than how I hurt myself type of things. However, I'm making a whole lot more little ow, I'm gonna hurt myself later on those little splinters, I bet. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I'm lazy. All this scraps need to go into the bucket. Scrap pile things. Alright, so back to this beautiful, beautiful little, it's gonna be nice and thick when I'm done in a minute. And I think we're still alive from what I can tell. I need to move that button to where I can see it. There you go. 26 minutes, cool. Alright, so we've already got the top of the beer can prepared, the bottom of another beer can from Once Upon a Time. And this is still too thick. But I do want something kind of thin in the middle to do its little... Wow. I mean, I'm really getting tight here. I don't know how much smaller I can go, Captain. Oh my god. That's really tight. Again, that's why I have to do this. Holes afterwards. Well, that fits now at least. Alright, straighten her out. Release tension slowly. Let me get my thumb in there while I do that. Well, that's a nice tight fit, I will say. Well, I guess I don't have to work so hard. Nice. I just realized I missed 420. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna figure this out shortly. I mean, technically that's just not done yet, but it's in the neighborhood of something like that. I don't know if I want to do the outside or the inside on the cap. The bottom line is vapors on the outside. Oh, I gotta clean that crap. Some crap in there before I fire it up. But I just like the idea of this, and then I don't know about these other parts. Well, obviously that fits inside if I go like that real quick. Just straighten it out and that's not so easy, but you know, it's doable, I think. But yeah, I don't know exactly. I was gonna kind of make some holes on the inside of this. I'm still deciding about that. Of course, it does make for just a really nice filler tube. But see, the problem is it's still a little... I don't know yet about this part. Again, like this does fit really snug. Because that's the same width at the end. So I mean, that kind of almost, you know, I kind of like that idea. Darn it. Same principle with the little holes, just, you know, that looks kind of fun. Let's try that. They not like us. They not like us. Calm down, Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. I don't want to work that hard. Dun, dun, dun. Now, how far down does this go before it hits rock bottom? Well, I guess that kind of works. Because that'll be like really tight when I get this part down. Well, too bad my hole markings are on the other side. Well, that pops out a little too easy though that way. Well, I guess, technically I might want to trim this a wee while we're at it. I hate to do this though, because I feel like I could just use that meat, but it's kind of ugly. And I like things to be nice. And there is a little tension I can use. I don't even have to look at what I'm doing. Just trim it nice. Yeah, I don't just play video games all day, kids, because, I actually only play a couple hours to be, realistic. Well, that looks a lot better. No, the thing is, I should really poke those holes in the thing if I'm going to do that. So with the thing in the middle would be nice, but that really just looks kind of good like that, dude. Seriously. Now, I guess I'm not going to do any outers, but that really gets it kind of down to that height that I wanted. So, hope I can take it all apart again, because it's reasonably snug. Well, this is looking pretty kind of professional. Could use just about any beer can, but this one's a little wider, so I don't know why I went with that. I guess decided to do that for some reason. Oh man. Well, anyways, it hits down there. It poofs out on itself. If I push this part down nicely, well, that ain't gonna work, but if I bring this up a little bit, give it a manual untwist even, and she kind of looks cool. Now the idea here is to actually get it to have a little more distance from the air, and give it a little more flame too, but there's a little wrinkle there. I don't like that. It's okay, but I don't like it. That doesn't look bad though. And granted, I can always crimp these edges over, like I did this over here. I mean, just crimp it like that, like a rock star. That's reality. But I'm not there yet, because I'm like, so I want to make some holes, like, this has a nice inner chamber. Do I want to make some holes in the inner chamber here? Because that's kind of really what I wanted to do in the first place. Oh, besides making one a little shorter, like, it's a half an inch shorter, seriously. That's a reasonable little seal there. I should be able to still take it apart pretty easily right now. That gives me this whole area to vaporize instead of just that little, I don't know, just the outer ring being so little. So that kind of works for me. I'm trying to work with some efficiency theories too here. But yeah, this little guy right here, once she's done, it'll be a little bit nice. These are obviously a little sturdy, so instead of the ring being all big like that and having a little outside, let's do a lot of outside. Like I said, if I put some little holes in this just right below the ring, that'll do something cool. Maybe if I put holes on this part too. I'm looking for the tornado effect. That's kind of the long story short goal. Alright, let me get rid of some of this scraps here before I get hurt. Now technically I have a scrap bucket for this type of thing. but we're gonna go with the scrap bag. Get rid of some of that. I know there's a whole crap load more. I'm gonna put it somewhere. It doesn't super matter where. This is looking kind of dope. Make another one. Seriously. And this, well, might make another one of those too. But let's test out how good the damn thing is first. While we're here. Let's zoom out and take a break from cutting stuff for a second. Still have to drill the hole in that one and everything. I guess I don't really need this whole thing going on there. I don't know what the heck that crap is there. Probably used to be a bug. Well, that crap's gonna have to burn off or something later. Yeah, I mean, I don't have, like, you know, running water like, to be wasting on rinsing out my beer cans proper. I use it for drinking and cooking and a little bit of cleaning, but gotta kind of clean this crap out too up in here a little bit. Crap. Nasty. Alright, whatever. I'm over it. Alright. Take a break, ski. As long as I don't touch anything, it seems like the live video continues. And I'm doing what I need to do here. Okay, so, yeah, we don't need all that. As you can see, we also have Mr. Stove over there. That's going to be in effect in a few minutes, possibly. But let's light some fires. So, got our alcohol. Alright, we're at the 37-minute moment. Alright, before we start dousing things with alcohol, let me douse myself with some. Still have a sip of beer left. Cool. Smoke something. Legit off camera. Sometimes I get mad about that. Well, I'm really liking this design regardless, so we're gonna take specifically this little screw. Oh yeah, we need some fire. And I need to technically roast me a cigarette, but I kind of wanted to finish this. Well, not that. I mean, I'm only messing around. 45 minutes in. Technically, I was showing off my little cannon. Let's go back to the Dragon Cannon. This badass piece of equipment will explode, but not quite exploding. It'll explode like if you do it right, and not explode your hand if you do it wrong. So you fill it up here at an angle, the side up with the vent side up, and basically after that you tilt it down. The alcohol drips down to here. Nothing goes in here yet, except for when you light it here. Where did I put my lighter now? Oh. Whatever. Let's zoom in. So you have prime, as you can see here. You light it. You hear a sizzle in about 5 to 10 seconds. All the gases go up and in, and they'll be over here. So that's reasonably safe at that point. Once you're done hearing the sizzling go away and you put only a little bit, like a capful, just reiterating, capful, tiny capful, there's a little notch right there on the bottom. And now that you've got the gas can go over here. It's all inside of there in the outer chamber. Boom! Shakalaka. Boom! Shakalaka. I would change over to the actual demonstration, but that's another video, so you gotta watch that separately. But I will show you the bullet that was shot, survived actually. But yeah, imagine getting hit with this at like at least 30 to 50 miles or more per hour, maybe 70, 80 miles per hour, depending on how much alcohol you vaporize and whatnot. But yeah, this is what it looks like, kids. The end result bullet. Well, whatever. That's just fun. We're not playing with the freaking hand cannon today, though. But it is a hand cannon, tell you what. Boy does have a hand cannon for rosies. I have a hand cannon. And I already shot it, and it worked. And I gotta freaking make holes in this damn thing. Damn it. I'm already about to make holes in this one. And I still gotta make holes in that one. For that, I have a different screw. I like to do the tiny pinpoint. And then I like to go in with the, we don't really need the pencil over here at this point. I like to go in with these little guys. This little guy. So my pick here, the screw there. And I'm still deciding. I mean, I got 8 holes here. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Kind of. I kind of like how this fits in here so nicely. That really does look kind of good. Then again, I could do. That doesn't matter. I mean, I kind of liked it like this. So then it has those little jets coming out to create the cyclone. And that's the kind of thing I could get away with the sides here. Now in this version, and if I don't do it this side, I have to think about it a little bit now. Like, okay, so I make the holes on this side. That's not a big deal. But I kind of liked it. I mean, I kind of like it better like this, honestly. But then I still got to do the fold over here one way or another, and it's like complicated. I mean, let's just take this thing apart. Oh, Christ. Before I get too freaking lost here. Let's see if I can without hurting myself. Ha ha ha. Where's that broken one? There it is. I mean, I've already got this thing put in so good, huh? Supposedly, though, if I just twist it a little, no. It's just in there so good. Yeah, there you go. That's easy enough. We don't have to work that hard. And we gotta scrape out some nasty little whatever. Oh, that's mold. That's what that is. And that's what happens when you don't clean the beer can. You just hope for the best. You make your scissors sticky at the end. Yeah, you know what? I only deal with this so much. It'll eventually burn off. Anyways, that part's good. This part's good. So far, so good. I mean, I guess I need to make some holes in this and that. So, I guess I promised to turn on some fires. We're at 45 minutes. I hate to say it that I take that long. Let me roll my cigarette real quick. So, do I want to make holes in this part? Kinda. Do I need to? Not really. Should I, though? Then the holes in this part here. It's not that hard. Take me a couple seconds to make these. And then do I want it facing this way or this way? And again, back to the holes on that, man. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I do know is I'm going to roll me a dang cigarette. Right quick. Yeah, sure, why not? Zoom in. Oh no, I had the bag a little bit loose. It's alright. Try not to make a mess, kid. Well, you want the live video, you get the live video at least. So at the 45-minute mark, we'll have some alcohol in there. I don't get to light my cigarette until one of these is doing its choo-choo train. Sort of smokeless. A little bit of soot gets on my pan though. I think that might be relative to a little bit of the crap that might be left in the can. You think alcohol vapors though, you know? No soot, but I guess that little 0.9% or whatever of, or point, whatever, something like 0.9% is gonna be like the crap that gets on the bottom of my pan. Oh man, fucking how the hell does the hair get from point A to point B? Trying to get up in my mouth, all these hairs. I swear to God. Get cray cray. Well, we still alive. Lag's not too bad. Alright, so we're gonna light them all up at the same time, I guess. But I would like to try to get away with just this baby cap. I don't think that's gonna cut it. Especially since it's like kind of still cold. So, being that I'm, past the halfway point, I'm gonna measure around this time. Now, technically, we can just do. I'm not even gonna waste on this one. I mean, this is kind of pointless. It's cute, but no. We're just gonna do these two. So we'll put that over there. Let's not waste extra alcohol for the moment. But we are gonna make this. We're gonna remake that while we're at it here. Nice little display, huh? 47 minutes. So we're actually gonna be on 50 minutes by the time things are lit up. So that didn't go down too much. I don't know why I'm stretching over here so much. But whatever. It's like I could just. I guess I kind of want to do it over the brick, Alright, we'll call it good enough. Off to the side. And, call the time 4:55 p.m. 48 minutes. Number one. Well, can always just do this. Cheater mode. Or an eye break, so. See, this one works pretty good though. Still got a cheater it. Well, let's see how long that lasts. Come on, baby. You can do it. This one ain't even sealed that good on the sides. Cheater mode. Standing alone on a brick. Cheater mode. Okay, we don't need to do that. We can do this. I'm not hot enough yet. Is it wet yet? There we go. Cheater mode. I call that cheater mode. Hey, get over there. Get over there. Ignite those sides too. Come on. I guess it's not full primed yet. Still needs some coercion or something. And this, boys and girls, is why I'm making a smaller inner chamber. Well, that looks like it's running low already. Not exactly boiling water on that. But actually not too bad, because, you know, I made some pretty big flames. Now, as you can see, we got a little tornado there. These outer ones are cute, but let's not even deal with that. Let's deal with this inner flame ring. Now, if I do it like this, though, that becomes sort of a... I don't know. I mean, just put them on the side right there. Well, that one's going for a pretty long time, though. Just sort of like a can with alcohol in it, almost. Not even using the side burners. Like, seriously. I think that one's already... no side burners on this one. Just the inside ones are working. That sucks. So as I vaporize the fuel from the bottom a little more, you get a little reaction and all, but yeah, not exactly the full effect there. But there's a reason I like that design better, and this design is even better. So now the next step is to make some holes in this one. So that's doing really good. Now I still haven't decided if I want this facing up this way or that way. Seriously. This way or that way? I think this way looks better though. That doesn't, I mean, that looks cool either. Who cares? I want to make holes in the middle of this, but that's okay. We don't need to do that. We can just get down to the lag. Fire's practically out over there, so nothing to worry about. But this seems like a really good place to make a hole. We'll just do that. Yeah, like a nice, really tough place too. That's a good thing, I suppose. So you just put a little pressure. I'm feeling it out real quick before I hurt myself. I like to just take it to the first notch. Nice pinhole. Pretty much gonna just make sure all the flames go clockwise. Okay, so we're not even an hour in and we've almost got this thing ready to fire up practically. I'm just gonna do it basic with these holes, I guess, on the inside. I don't need too many holes. I was gonna make outside holes, but that's just excessive. Then there's this whole part that I don't know about this. I feel like I want it to just sort of cover on top. I don't know if that's gonna work out for me. So, either way, I've already got this one with the hole, so might as well keep going on here. Now that I've decided on the correct amount of pressure, and that is a pretty good sturdy little spot that I picked. Should take a little faster now for the rest of them. Should. Well, I guess I could use the screwdriver. I was gonna light my cigarette. Then I remember. The reason why I do it by hand is because feeling. Don't want to go overboard, kids. I would like nice, small, even holes. Then again, when I go to bend it, it's another story anyways. So that's the hardest part of the metal anyway. I like that. I felt it. Felt it. Kinda excited to see this one light up. Yeah, at least I'm not trying to do too much stuff in one video. I mean, it's kind of a whole hour so far of a couple of different things of the same basic thing. I mean, we can just do with 8 little lights here. We don't need a whole crap load of flame. But I do want it to spiral. That's the thing. I want it to look kind of nice. Okay. Oh wow. I'm serious. I don't care to make more than 8 holes at this point. I mean, I did pick the hardest part of the can practically to make a hole in the first place. And for, I got a little press punch, but it's like, what's the point? It's freaking aluminum, dude. Alright, so I got the holes partially. partially. Partially done. I mean, like I said, this is cute, but ice cold already. I mean, I really like the holes on the inside. Just not sure if there's a major point. If that'll work. Probably will. Still not sure how I want to do it this time, but kind of leaning towards this facing upwards still. Cigarette. So far I've got one teeny tiny little hole. Not penetrated yet. Yeah, I should probably use the tension here. Technically I've got two holes. But I'm trying to make them nice and small. Ideally the compression on the outer chamber will create more of a, less of a sloppy flame, I suppose you would say. So like I said, just a tiny turn there. Well, that's zoomed in all the way. Cool. That one could use a teensy bit. Like once I feel the thread have a little more tension type of thing. Like on that first thread. You gotta have some strong hands to do this, I tell you what though. Well, it's a hole. I did penetrate. Now just to get that little boop. Next. There's like 8 holes. It's like double-edged thing going on here because on one hand, again, long video. Technically, my camera should still be recording on the SD card, so that's cool, but don't want to deal with the editing. So you do a live video, and you do a little editing later of the good parts. But still, I guess it's at least on video, but I don't know if it's boring anybody watching me make freaking 8 holes for freaking 10 minutes. 15 minutes even. On the bright side, it's only 5:15-ish. Okay, I'm getting a little bit losing power, Captain. I think he can make it though to the end of the holes. I don't want to start just bending the ones that I did though. Just till I give my freaking fingers a rest for a second. Alright, sharper side, duller side. Alright, so being that, let's see here. Guess it'll work either way, but clockwise. Let's do a little test. Just a little. Just enough to hook. 5:11. Cool. Oh shit. Yeah, works both ways. Not too big. Just right. Gently. Just a little deeper. A little more that way. Coming on along nicely. If only I had more views and subscribers and all, but oh well. Y'all can come back and see this video some point in time later. Feels like there should be more holes, but I'm struggling as it is to get these holes to go at one point. not even done making the holes and I'm already doing the vortex bends. But yeah, I really like the way that the center, it's not the first time I've seen the central, and then it was with a mesh thing instead, but these are some nice sturdy little, not too big but not too small holes. Alright, I still got like a couple more here. I guess this one's good. I can do that one before I start having to poke some more holes. Oh, still gotta poke that one a little more. Almost ready to fire up though. Considering it's like about something like an hour in here. At least it's quality. Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes, not too bad. I guess I smoke a little less after, but I smoked a decent amount before. So. Little chain smoker boy. This part's a little thicker than the sides of the can, so it's a little more work. A little more feeling. Not make the hole too big. But still feel when you got the other side. I mean, why would I use a drill here, dude? No real point. You gotta be, I'm not even gonna use a screwdriver type of thing. To be honest, I mean, this is a great place to put the holes, but I'm sure I could put some more holes on the outside. I made little markings. And technically, I can always take it apart and make more holes later, but feeling a little insecure about making holes on that thing on the central part. But I kind of want to. I kind of want to make this thing freaking shorter next time. The base part. There we go. So, right there. Oh, I'm so over making these holes for now. Oh, I guess there's only one more. Follow through, follow through. I haven't even decided how I want to do this stupid cap yet. Fun. Right side, it doesn't matter. The vapor's still gonna come out the same way. Might as well continue with the clockwise direction instead of getting confusing. I mean, maybe it'd be cool if I did opposite directions. Flame comes out counterclockwise, and the air shoots at it from pointing it counterclockwise. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the clockwise flame. Sounds good to me. Keep all the air flowing clockwise. Should be more vortex that way than the other way. Theoretically. So a cap full doesn't do a whole lot. Obviously, that's just a test. Didn't even light my cigarette. So I guess I'm going to light my cigarette on this one. Alright, time to make the holes. Time to make the holes. Small size. Gotta be handy with the steel if you know what I mean, to earn your keep. Well, I don't know about mass producing these things by hand like I'm doing, but I can make a few of them just to have. Alright. Just to where this slides in, I guess is a... As you can see, I like to double check my holes. That one got a little extra slip in it, like that. Feels like this doesn't do that same. I feel like there's a good bend there. That's good. Just another 2 holes away from firing it up in a minute. For fun. Light my damn cigarette too. Oh, that hole came out a little bigger than it should. I'm getting impatient. I'm over it. I'm a little tired and lazy at this point. Well, I started out kind of doing this lazy, so. Well, I guess we can try the cover both ways. This way works too. I guess I could always, you know, smush some of that back. But that doesn't look as, it looks alright, but. So the flame will be coming out here, almost on an outer ring thing more. I think I like the inner ring theory better, so without ado. I still want to make holes in this thing. Smaller. And poof. Yeah, I guess that looked kind of pretty. Away we go. Down the rabbit hole. I like how that sits right there. Oh crap, I don't want to go that low. That is the problem. Didn't want to go that low that fast. And now that I look at the camera angle. On the other hand, if I just made this a little shorter, I wouldn't have that same problem, but okay. One more time. Oh look, it's 5:20. It's time for my smoke break. And I don't, it's not the same as a cigarette, so. Okay, so what I want to do is just a little bit on the top. Slip it in. Slip it in gently. Maybe I should do that edge first. There we go. Oh, but then the whole thing falls. I want it just a little bit like that. Well, there's a cool little trick. straighten up. Oh, not that much. I think I broke a nail. Just a little. Kids, do not try this at home. Especially what I'm about to do next. I mean, it would be nice if I just did this instead, though. Then this goes floop all the way down. Just need you to go gently. And I think she's good. Well, that wasn't so hard. I mean, these edges are something to worry about, I guess. Maybe. Well, anyways, we're gonna try and turn this into a tornado in 2 seconds. And for this, we pull out Mr. Tornado Can. As you can see, we have the smokeless features as such. The smokeless features being the air intake down here, the vortex as such going into the clockwise direction over there. It is not that complicated. And we have the 2 magnets so that it lines up very nicely with the top. Not a perfect seal, but close enough. And then this goes inside of here. And see, the perfect point of why I am making this thing in the first place, motherfucker, is because of the fact that this one right here is nice and lower so that the flame, whereas this one right here, you see the flame is going to come here and it is going to combine over here with the wind and it's going to make the swirl a little more pretty. And then maybe this side does maybe it does something too. Maybe inside of here I make some holes too. I don't know. I want to make the holes inside of here too. That was my original fucking plan, to make it something similar to the what's it called? Let's pull that out a little bit more. To make it very similar to the little mesh thing, you know, that was the idea, was have the flame coming. But I don't really care for it to be a little tall flame. I just need it to be a beautiful little flame. Alright, so technically we can just do this like this, I guess. It's not that complicated. I hope. Oh yeah, and of course this is going to go on top of here. So we'll come back to these little munchkins, Scrappy. But yeah, this is cool. It's alright, it works good. That one worked good too a little bit. But let's see how this one works. Baby. Let's get that Gundam mask in the face, in the thing. So the side view cam and the top view cam, you know? So yeah, it's not bad. Obviously I'll have to use the pliers to grab it later if I want to. And we'll do the same thing as we did before with the one capful. It's enough to get it going, I know that much. Now, I don't know how it's going to prime properly either in this case, but down the hole. That's like kind of a little bit. I mean, I feel like I should probably put a little bit more. You see how it does just like going like that? Yeah, just a little. We don't have to be fancy here, or stingy, or whatever. Well, for my next trick. It's always fun. Lighting flammable things, ain't it? this thing stay lit. Ooh, that was fun. Got that on video. Oh, we're gonna try primering it. Hopefully it doesn't explode. I have a better idea. Step 1. We do have alcohol. So the alcohol is actually just a little, like a little. So step 1, we could probably put a little more. And while we're at it, let's just prime the frickin' inner can. Alright, so that's nice that this can just sort of, oh, wrong one. That's a brand new one. Oopsie. I said I wouldn't light my cigarette until I get this thing. So yeah, there we go. Now there's a, well, this will be burning for a while now. Oh yeah, forgot. I mean, seriously, this cap thing is pointless. Seriously. Couple splashes in there. Like that. Okay. Well, we've already got swirly flame with just that. I mean, seriously, we don't have to really work that hard here. Just throw some alcohol into a damn can with the swirlies. And we've already got something cool going on. Let's hope this doesn't explode and put a hole in my roof. Oopsie. I think we put the fire out. Prematurely. Ooh, that's always fun. It ain't hot though. But cheater mode. I cheated everything. Not really. Oh no. I think that might be a little empty. Captain, we need a little more alcohol. That burns pretty. Kind of was, should have been working a little quicker there. Right, let's wipe off the excess. That was to be expected. Normal fireball. Alright, let's work a little quicker this time. And that's how it's done, kids. Let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how freaking spiral we can get. Come on, flame tornado. That's the whole point. It's trying to do something. Not exactly the desired results there. No sizzling noise is not a good thing either. Well, this is an experiment. So, my theory is if I put some holes in that sucker, in the middle of it, then the alcohol will be, because right now it's kind of just coming out the top like a damn candle, which is okay, but it's not exactly what I was going for here. That is not what I was going for, but it's a really nice stable little flame though. There is that. Well, that's some like, you could, that's like good for cooking probably, I think. Let's test that theory out immediately. Okay, so the swirly tornado effect that I was going for, not quite. Kind of hoping it would get hot enough to do its thing on the bottom, but it's not vaporizing. Like it should be. Let's do a sideways thing. Let's get that alcohol vaporizing. There we go. Don't spill the alcohol now. Not too much anyway. I'm hearing sizzling noises. Don't explode on me now. Well, it's not doing what I wanted it to do. I know why. I think if I put some holes in the middle, maybe the whole thing will warm up a little more. Still alcohol in there. I think some holes in the middle and the bottom, close to the bottom, might help heat up the bottom a little better. Because right now it's only getting hot on the top is a problem, I think. Might get an interesting flame too out of it. Just not getting hot enough on the bottom. Seriously. Well, I sealed it up pretty good though. Just coming out that one hole. It's not sizzling hardly at all. And this is why we make them small. I mean, I didn't even get to put on the flame ring because it didn't quite do enough. But that's a really nice gentle flame at least. Not mad at that. You can still technically maybe cook with that situation. Simmering rice type of situation, like bam, it just sit there for 20 minutes and still got flame. Try that. Let's speed up the process a little. Getting a little lazy here. Come on, tornado flame. making noise. Fine then, we'll just do that. Well, maybe not. Fireball. Yoga flame. Don't try this at home. Are we gonna get the full effect now? That took a little while to get going.